Well, buying light bulbs is no longer the simple task it used to be, and new federal regulations have some consumers feeling a little in the dark. CBS 2's Catherine Brown has more on what it all means.
There's a halogen version, which is shorter.
Steve Goodman only wanted to replace his garage light bulb, but when he went searching for a new one, he found they no longer make the kind he's been using for the last 25 years. It's among the energy-guzzling bulbs now being phased out in favor of more energy-efficient bulbs.
Suddenly you have all these fixtures with nothing to put in there that's going to fit. Like, well, how do you deal with that?
Goodman isn't alone in his frustrations. David Brooks owns a light bulb shop on the Upper East Side and says new federal regulations that take effect January 1st have some consumers in a panic.
They're hoarding them. They don't want to change with the law, so they're buying enough for the rest of their lives.
The regulations state manufacturers must stop making the traditional, relatively inexpensive incandescent bulbs by Friday. That includes the basic 100-watt bulbs, and they can only make those that meet more stringent energy rules. Consumers will see an immediate difference.
This runs about $9, and this runs about $2. So the price differential is huge, but it would pay for itself in a matter of 3 months of operation.
The more efficient bulbs last about 10 times longer and come in a variety of colors and shapes. Still, the learning curve is frustrating to many consumers.
In the end, it's a good thing, but it's a pain. It's definitely a pain.
But perhaps the biggest adjustment for consumers is how to use these new bulbs. Unlike traditional bulbs, the new ones use more power being turned on than being left on.
Most people aren't getting the full savings because they are turning it on and off all the time.
While most of the newer bulbs will fit into older fixtures, some will not. Goodman was able to get an adapter for his for around $5.
It needs more explanation and tell us the real story and give people real alternatives of how to make it work.
And while political red tape stripped the new law of the funding needed to enforce the regulations, most manufacturers say they've already invested millions of dollars in new technology and have already begun phasing the old bulbs out. On the Upper East Side, Catherine Brown, CBS 2 News.
The new regulations call for lower wattage bulbs to be phased out by 2014.